Hello you fine ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? I hope your day is going well. Today we are starting a new little series, and that is Hero Guides, where we will be reviewing each hero and villain in Star Wars Battlefront, determining their strengths and weaknesses, and going over a few tips and tricks on how to be proficient with each one. Today we will be starting with none other than Greedo, the Rodian Bounty Hunter, who may or may not have shot first. No. Actually, hand shot first. That is the answer. It's like, that is the answer. You know, I don't care what the special editions did. Hand definitely shot first. Like, you can still see it. And, you know, no matter, let's get on to it. Greedo is a favorite of many in Battlefront, I would say. I know I always like using him when I'm on the Imperials, depending on which map, of course. But he is very, very capable on the battlefield. Perhaps one of the best villains in the game. Not only is he very quick on his feet, nimble and agile, but he has some very powerful tools at his disposal. His heightened senses allow him to sense enemies in a large radius, larger than that of the Scan Pulse star card. This is very useful in itself, but paired with his Confidence Blast ability, he can be a fierce adversary in the battlefield, especially when defending or capturing an objective. Confidence Blast is his trait-centered ability, meaning as he gets more points, this ability is boosted to higher levels, making it more prominent. At its base rank, Confidence Blast allows Greedo to use a Dioxis grenade, which of course is very good for zoning the map. The next rank allows for a thermal detonator to be used, and after that, an impact grenade. At Confidence rank 3, when Greedo basically becomes a narcissist because he's so confident, he can use a slightly nerfed thermal imploder. Greedo's thermal imploder is very similar to a normal one, however it has a smaller blast radius. In my opinion, this Confidence Blast ability is what makes Greedo so powerful, as if you can keep it at Confidence rank 3, you can dominate the battlefield with those thermal imploders, as the cooldown is really not that long. This is of course best when playing on smaller close quarter style maps where grenades work best. Greedo's third and final ability is Precision Shot, which is pretty similar to Han Solo's Power Shot, as it will lock onto an enemy and deal quite a bit of damage. I think this is more reserved for heroes, as it deals far more damage than what is needed to take out a trooper, and the ability is a bit, well, at least I found it slightly inconsistent. Sometimes it would work, and then other times it would just not lock onto an enemy at all and act kind of buggy. So I definitely wasn't one of my favorite hero abilities. Another unfortunate thing with this ability is that it takes a while to complete the lock-on. So you're going to be standing out of cover and exposed to the enemy while you're trying to lock on, which just doesn't bode well when you're playing as a hero, because you really want to preserve your health as well as possible. Now, Greedo's blaster is actually very suitable for a large variety of maps, as it fires very quickly, meaning it's great for close range. The DT12 is also quite accurate, so it can also be used at longer ranges, as well as the fact that it's a tap fire blaster, which also makes it pretty suitable for longer range as well. Now, Greedo can use it quite well at long range because it deals increased damage, of course. When you're playing as a trooper with the DT12, I'm not too sure about its performance. I don't really like using it too much, but at close range it's still good when you're playing it as trooper. But Greedo, definitely take advantage of those long range shots, because Greedo does deal increased damage with this, higher than a trooper would, of course, but that is pretty obvious and you probably already know that. So quickly, I just want to talk about Greedo's performance against other heroes. At close range, he is most likely going to be outmatched, as the precision shot is really his ability that can deal damage to heroes. However, as we discussed before, it does take a while to lock on. So when you're trying to lock onto a hero, they are also going to be dealing damage to you, and by the time you actually fire off that precision shot, they've probably dealt more damage to you than you are going to deal to them with the precision shot, of course. So, of course, against heroes, definitely keep your range. Don't go way up too close to them, because really, Greedo cannot handle super close quarters combat, especially against heroes and even with infantry. So definitely keep your range and stay back, unless you're really like trying to defend or capture an objective, of course, and then you can really take advantage of his enhanced senses, and of course the thermal imploders, if you can get that up to confidence rank 3, and those will be very, very powerful. So all in all, Greedo is an amazing choice when it comes to zoning the map and playing the objective, especially in closer ranged maps where you can use that Confidence Blast to its fullest extent. Now, of course, as we just said, Heightened Senses is also very powerful because if you need to know where to throw your next grenade, or maybe if you need to flee, this really comes in handy too. Now, when it comes to maintaining health, Greedo is far better at further ranges than right in the middle of chaos, as we also said before, so certainly be aware of that. Although Greedo can play close quarters if he has to, just really make sure you don't get surrounded because you can lose a lot of health quite quickly. So that is all I have to say for today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, I'm very glad. If you wish to subscribe, feel more than welcome to, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.